Hey y'all, what's up? So I'm thinking about back to Heatwave yesterday. I'm not gonna make a long-term video. Okay, so the women's tag team, I wasn't really, what I'm saying, looking forward to. The men's tag team was excellent. Couple questions about that. First of all, Homeboy, do he always wear that when he wrestle? He got the full shirt or fake collar underneath with the daggone sweater underneath them bright lights. It's hot, first of all, in the summertime. I know he hot, okay? Do he always wear that when he wrestle? Two, they do the sign up and they're like, do y'all gotta pay University of Miami to say that? Did they trademark that? Because they don't say, like, maybe the wrestlers might say Chase and then the audience says the U, but I just seen them doing like this, and most of the time the audience is saying the U. So isn't that a trademark violation? Okay, that's another thing. Nathan and Axiom did their thing. Then I was watching Oma and Wesley. Had to been my favorite, one of my favorite matches. I forgot they were even on the card, but I like both of them, and I'm here for Wesley. But that match was awesome. I don't even have words to describe. First of all, I love that he brought his culture in with the stuff around his shoes and his arm, but that's a big dude. And somebody on Twitter was like, I want to see him versus Jacob Fatu. Immediately, Mama said, ooh. Because when Big E went up there and it was like the bloodline on the post show is going to have a problem. I mean, like Jacob Fatu was a problem. Bloodline did right. And I was like, it'd have been awesome to see him versus Jacob. But I gotta go back and rewatch. I want to go back and rewatch that match so bad. The women's match was good. My girl, y'all know my girl for NXT is Roxanne, right? She was giving me Bride of Frankenstein's monster with that outfit, with that all white on, with the pink lip, and then the white in the hair. I don't know if that was the inspiration. Like, she's about to she's coming back to life. I guess her thing is, or flatlining these hoes. I was flatlining these hoes. But I told my son before I watched it, I said, it's going to be a problem. I said, Lola Vice is a trained MMA fighter. Okay? I said, she beat Shayna. Okay? I said, you know how talented you got to be to beat Shayna? And my son was like, I said, she trains other people and she's also an MMA fighter. My son said, yeah. And she beat Ronda, who is a Olympian. What was she like? Her record was something in 1 or something in 3. She ain't lose more than 4 times, okay? But for a while, Ronda was that girl, and Shayna beat her. So for Lola to beat Shayna was crazy. And then at one time, I'm like, Roxanne, girl, you ain't about to get this. You're not about to get this. Because she kept trying to do her finisher, and Lola wasn't budging. The reason why I honestly think that Lola lost this match is because she messed up her right hand when she hit it up against that post. If it wasn't for her hitting it, I don't think she would have lost that match. And then the last Fatal 4-Way match, that match was crazy. Let me tell you something about Javon, okay? You could tell he 20. Y'all ain't got to tell us he 20, okay? I say that because as soon as I watched him, I said, first of all, he is excellent. Okay, for him to be that young. Most people don't get signed until they I know they signed him younger, but back then, you ain't make a debut like main roster until he was about 25, 27, and you might have hit the developmental at like 22, 23. And this is how you know he's 20. He got slammed so many times in different areas, inside the ring, outside the ring, and popped up like a Pop-Tart. First of all, I know that's partly adrenaline, but that's part of also being 20. You know how many times I'd have injured myself or went dancing in the club. I used to club like 3-4 nights a week, wake up, dance for 2, and I'm a dancer, so I wasn't going there to drink. Like, if I wanted to drink, we was having get-togethers in apartments or in the dorm room when I was in college. If I'm going to the club, I'm going to dance and I'm going home. So, do that for 2 hours every day. You know what I'm saying? You might be a little out of breath. The only thing I was after was thirsty, and I would wrap my hair up, wash up, go to bed, wake up, take a shower. If I wasn't going out the next day, I would do my homework, do my laundry, get ready for school and stuff the next week. Especially on like a Saturday, coming into Sunday. But that's how I know he's 20-something, because you pop up, you do stuff in your 20s you wouldn't dare do in your 30s. If I tried to go clubbing and doing stuff like that, like now, if I ain't have a chat, if I didn't have a son, or if he's live with his dad most of the time, and I went out every weekend and stuff like that, I'd probably get used to it eventually. But me trying to get back into it, I'd be dead. After the first night, I'd be so sore and tired. And I'm not saying he's sore, but the soreness don't last long when you're 20. It's like your bones and your muscles can still snap back. They probably snapped back while he was in the ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. Okay? And then I said he's 20. Also, you can tell by his physique that he's 20. Because you remember, LeBron used to be small like that when he first got into to the NBA. I said, wait till he get about wait about 2 to 5 years when he gets some muscle on him. He gonna be a problem. Okay, he already a problem, but he really gonna be a problem in about 2 to 5 years when he get muscle on him. That outcome was crazy. I did not expect Ethan to win that. That was crazy. Like, they kept pulling on Trick. What's the name? Spears had got him. Like, he hit Spears, I think, trying to hit Javon, and then Spears went down, and then Javon fell on the floor or missed the flip. And then, did he hit a 630? Like Ricochet? I think he hit a 630. It was a girl in the tag team thing, and I asked, and I said, did he hit? She said a 630 like Ricochet. I could, but I think he hit a 630. Is that it? A 630? Is what it's called? A 560 or something like that, and ended up, I think, missing, if I remember, and fell. And then somehow Ethan fell because he got knocked by Trick. Spears tried to grab, then they counted. Trick tried to break it up, but Spears had grabbed him. When I tell you, I was in shock. The look on Booker T's face in the background, when you look, like when you watch, okay, if you go on YouTube and watch highlights, the angle from the camera, when they showed, I looked at them, I said, and I looked at Booker T's face and I said, that's the exact same reaction I got. And then I've come to find out I didn't even watch all the post shows, so I missed a lot of, like, I had to watch Tiff on I'm talking about Money in the Bank. I had to watch CM Punk, Tiff on there. I didn't see the one with John Cena. I only saw Triple H live. But then I didn't know that Drew had an issue. Like, he came on a thing with, like, Jackie, Big E, and Wade had to come break it up, and then he accidentally hit Adam, and Adam got in his face. And I said, Lord Jesus, and then they was like, for that, he's fine, for a show. I said, Adam be going through it with these people on Raw. You hear me? Because then I think he had tweeted something just recently. I got on Twitter for a second. And Adam was like, how about you put your phone down, stop tweeting? He said, now you tweet your now you suspended 2 shows and fine. Pat like, no, don't suspend it. Like, let's think about this. He suspended 2 shows. I'm like, y'all gonna have these general managers square up, okay? Y'all forget that these men used to wrestle, okay? Y'all forget Adam. I don't know if it's independent scene or whatever. Adam and Nick used to wrestle, and I said these people on Raw be putting Adam the hell through, especially Drew, because they don't do that on SmackDown, okay? I think Randy had first came back. Nick had fined him 10 grand, right? Then the next week, he gave him an extra 10 grand because he knew he's about to do something stupid or something that was going to get him fined. Like, even with the whole KO situation, like, it don't be to the point where Nick got to come out there and be like, hey, y'all fine. Like, every week, either Adam is getting stressed out by Drew. When Chelsea was on there talking about she going to report the manager, she used to stress him out. Who else used to stress him out? Like, y'all be stressing that man out. If he had hair, okay, he'd be gray and bald already. But I can't wait for Raw tonight. Is that my mom? Yeah. Yeah, that's my mom. I thought something was on my thing. I can't wait for Raw tonight. I had to change my hair out. I'm upset about it, but I got this because Comic-Con is coming up and I have a Katara costume. I'm a real big Avatar fan, and I had 60-inch hair. I don't want 60-inch braids. I try to cut them and feather it out, but some of it's working, some of it's not. Like, see, this one's good. This one's okay, but it's coming loose. The ones at the top are more so coming loose. I gotta take it out and redo it with regular hair. Like, I'm upset. So, but I can't wait. It's like 2.5 hours until Raw starts. Between Drew, which I think he's gonna come on there anyway, and that one, the whole Seth and CM Punk situation, and then Chad and Jey, which I feel like is gonna be an interesting match because I feel like Wyatt have been messing with Chad, and y'all know Jey got the Fireflies now. I feel like that's gonna be a situation. Okay, so now let's Jey dip up out of there. He gonna be caught in the crosshairs because you got the Fireflies. Even though he said he'll take the roaches and the mosquitoes, they still light up the thing for you. If the lights is out, they sometimes they do it for Naomi too. But you know what I'm saying. So, my son had asked me why was I was gonna say John out, Jimmy out. And I was like, I don't know, because I honestly thought he was out for his kids. Like his kids had graduated, his son had graduated. You know, it's like prom and getting ready for college and all that other stuff. And it was like an undisclosed injury. And then someone had said something about. So I had Googled it, and y'all know I don't read news and stuff like that. So, but this time I actually did, and I found something that says something like he had something with his muscle in his ribs. I forgot what it's called, and it was like when your bone from your rib detaches from the muscle, so it's hard for you to breathe. You have to lay a certain way. They don't know how long it's going to get repaired. I don't know if this is true or not. That's why I say I don't know. And you can't have impact on your chest. So I was like, that could be a long time before it recovers. Who knows if it's true? Who knows? And it could be years. And I'm saying this from experience because I had that. Like sometimes when I breathe randomly, and this is random. Like I could be talking right now, and then I'll be talking, and I have to stop like this because it's hard. It hurts to breathe in and breathe out, and then I'll be fine. And I'm like, what the hell? And then like I won't get it again for 6 months, and then it'll randomly happen, or I could get it tomorrow. So it's not like a constant thing. When I had it, and this was like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was like your rib, the way my rib is separated, it was pressing on my muscle. It was like inflaming it, and then it's like hitting my lungs. Like it was weird. So I empathize with him because I know that sucks. And then when you have the impact with a lot of like chops to the chest and you falling and doing splashes and stuff, you can't do none of that. So not unless he in the back being a consultant or manager, he got to stay home. I hope you guys get guaranteed checks like the major athletes do, like the NFL and the NBA. You know how in the NFL they be like, oh, he signed $100 million contract, $60 million is guaranteed. And my son used to be like, what is that? And for the people that don't know, that means if he gets injured, if they cut him, whatever, he still get the 60. Got 40 though, he ain't getting. But if y'all do that, or do like FMLA, well, you don't really get paid in FMLA. You just hold your spot. Long-term, short-term disability, then you should get a check. But most of the time, short-term disability is 40 or 60%, and then if you pay extra, and some companies take extra out your check, you get 80% of your check. But yeah, so hopefully everything is okay with him. I know it sucks being away, especially when you're used to the machine, because all I can think about is Stone Cold talking about it took him a while to get used to civilian life. And I honestly believe that. I really do. I feel like when you being on the grind so much, that's all you used to. Like my son's father right now, like he dead tired. Okay, he will not go to sleep before 3 a.m. and that's because he's used to being up till 3 a.m. He gets done. By the time he gets home and stuff and pack up his instruments and comes home, it's 3 a.m. Is that the earliest? Then he'll come home, eat, watch something on Netflix, and fall asleep. And then if he doesn't receive a phone call, he might sleep or he doesn't have to play the next day early. He might sleep till 11. But someone always calls him about 8 o'clock. So, when you're used to that all the time, even with a regular 9 to 5, if you're used to getting up at 6 and then you retire, you still gonna get up probably at 6. My grandma used to work for the government and she had to retire because they moved it from the building from Virginia to Kentucky. She used to get up at 4 a.m. Okay, my granddaddy would drive her to work or drive her to the train station, and she would get to her job about 6 or something like that. Or no, they would leave out the house at 6. She would get up at 4, and the time she gets to work, it'd be 7, but she ain't have to clock in until 8 or 7:30. So, yeah, but even after she retired, she was still getting up at 4. Body's getting up at 4. She hasn't been working for 20 years. Now she gets up later at 6, but it's still early. So, like, I get it. So when you get like that, it's like, okay, then you get used to civilian life kind of, but you're not really a civilian because you're still who you are. So the only time you leave out the house is like when he does his podcast or something like that, or probably do meet and greets and stuff like that. But when you get to that part of your career, if you want to do a movie, or if you want to do a podcast, or Comic-Con, excuse me, or Fanatics thing, or TV show, whatever, I feel like it's easier to jump back in to civilian life and go back and do your normal routine versus the first part. Because now if I'm used to being home all the time, I'm used to being around family all the time, you know what I'm saying, spending more time with family, spending more time with friends and stuff, and I just be like, all right, I'm going to go do this appearance, be gone for 2 days, and then come back and still spend the time with family and stuff like that. It's easier to get used to regular life. And for the people in the entertainment space that can balance the two, that can be used to civilian life as well as the entertainment side, God bless you. Okay, because I know that's not easy. Like, you're able to separate, especially the two, because especially if you're like a musician and you're an independent musician, you are your business. So it's harder to separate, because you might be at a cookout and if somebody call you, hey, we need you to come play, and then you gotta go play. So yeah, but I'm just wishing well wishes, and I don't know. Oh, and in the pictures with the funeral, okay, I saw pictures of the funeral. I saw pictures of Jimmy at the funeral. He looked like his brother. First, exactly like Jey. Even though they're twins, they're fraternal. But you know, if you know if you watch wrestling and stuff, you can tell them apart. But for the people that don't, you can't. Just like T and Tamara, if you watch their stuff enough and know their personality, you can tell them apart. And the Bellas. But people were posting up pictures, and I'm like, where the hell are they getting these pictures from? And then somebody put on Twitter was like, it's real distasteful for y'all to put pictures up circling around the internet of a family mourning of them being at a funeral. And I was like, I get that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, somebody in the family or friend had to post it on social media. in order for it to circle around the world. Because how the hell do we know who was there and what they wore and stuff like that? Like I knew Paul Heyman was there. Because I just logged on to Instagram, and you know, when they be like, I guess stuff that you like on your feed and stuff, and I was like, where is this at? And it was at the funeral. I saw the thing where he had his tribal thing on. I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to say what I think it is because it could be disrespectful. And him going up with like the stuff to take it to his dad, and then I saw like them at a beach, and I was like, well, that's nice if they had it outside a funeral or whatever and stuff like that. So I'm like, who is posting all this stuff? What are you doing? Like, who is posting all this stuff? It's different like if Samoa Dynasty did it because the family runs that page. But like other stuff, like this is why you need, if stuff was posted on social media without the consent of Joe and his sisters, I feel like that's distasteful. And I don't care if y'all cousins, aunties, uncles, whatever. Okay? I feel like if you're not the children or if you're not the sibling of the person that passed away, you have no right, I don't care if you cousin, to post nothing on social media if they don't say it's okay. And that goes for anybody. And that's for anything. Okay? Okay? That's like that's the same thing as like going to a wedding and posting pictures of the ceremony and of the bride and stuff, and then professional pictures ain't come out and you ain't asked, could you post it out? You know what I'm saying? Like my cousin got married 2 years ago. I waited for her to post her stories and her pictures to come out, and I sent her a message and asked her, can I post my stories? And she was like, yeah, go ahead. I wasn't about to do it before she did it, and I wasn't going to do it without asking. Like, y'all got to be tasteful about stuff, because if his family did it and they got the okay, then all this, what I'm saying, doesn't matter. But if they didn't, and it was just a random person or a person that they considered family, and y'all posted it without asking them, that's trifling. Like, there's no way around it. Okay? Just saying. Like, some stuff just needs to be private. Like, we know his father passed away. We know his father's a legend. You know what I'm saying? I even seen a picture of Alpha in the wheelchair, like around them and stuff like that, and we know all of this, but and them doing a memorial about it is what we get as fans. That's all we get, and we are lucky enough to get that. But the pictures of the funeral, if they have like videos of the funeral, y'all being on people's timelines, looking at their stories, and then recording the stories of the people's stories that they posted up. Like, that's excessive. If it was me and that was my uncle, I'd cuss everybody out. Every person I see is posting something that, how the hell you get this? I don't care. Oh, she grieving that? No, because that's, no. Like old people say, I have to put my religion on the shelf. Yeah, that's what I be doing. And you laughing, my ass. Like, why do you have pictures up of my family? Like, that would be because I don't get it. But I'm gonna try to post today after Raw, because I feel like something juicy about to go down, and I think SummerSlam is next, so we gonna see, okay? Because I don't know when Rhea got out. When did she get out? February? They said 4 months. Or was it March? Even if it was March. No, it couldn't have been March, right? When did she get injured? Was it April? If she got injured in April and she recovers before the time is up, that means that's August. And sometimes beginning of August, maybe she'll make an appearance. I feel like Charlotte will be back before the 9 months shoots out. So that's September. I feel like she'll be back in August, because she looks great and is doing great. I feel like CM Punk is already healed. He's just wearing that as a precaution. Like, I feel like he could be in a ring tonight. And I thought that's Saturday. But, well, I don't even know the status of Asuka or Bobby or where the hell Shinsuke at. Like, half the roster is gone, but thankfully got enough talent to carry stories on that are still awesome and keep us engaged. So I'm thankful for that. But I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey y'all, what's up? Don't mind the shirt. I got a lot of ANT-shirts. Went there, Aggie Pride. Okay, so I remember I was telling y'all in my video I made about 5:30 that I was watching two women and I thought it was a tag team match. And I was like, they was doing moves like Ricochet, and I was like, somebody did a 6:30 or 5:40 or something like that. I forgot to mention the Kalani and Soul match. That's the match I was referring to. And it's funny because I was like, they got a lot of style like Ricochet. I was like, they got a lot of style like Ricochet. So I go on X today, and Ricochet's up there, or Prince Puma, whoever you know him as, Trevor, whatever, understands that match. And he was like, it looks like me and Willow Spray, or how do you say his name? Ospreay. It looks like our match. And then they did like play-by-play of each video underneath a fan had did it. And I was like, and that's exactly why. I was like, because I know those moves. And I said, and that's exactly why that match reminded me of Ricochet. It was a good match. But I was like, I'm missing somebody. My bad, y'all. Because Flying Soul had a really good match. I was here for it. I honestly forgot. Because some of the people on the card, I was last minute. And honestly, I was only looking forward to the two. And that was the two at the end. But I had forgot about Wesley and Alba Femi. And then, of course, Kalani, she been the inaugural champion of the women's the American title. I figured hers would be up there, because when I looked at it, I said, so that means that Carmelo probably stayed in Toronto while everybody else is gone, because his girlfriend is there. But yeah, so tonight I watched Raw. So when I go out there, I thought I was late, because I'm like, oh my god, it's 8:05. No. Like I normally say, like it's about 4 or 5 minutes in before they show the show. Friday, I guess, was so packed that they got right to it, because I turned on my TV at 8:02, and Jay was out talking to LA Knight like I had said. But I looked, and CM Punk's music comes on. He comes out, he talks about whatever, and then in the middle of me talking, I said Seth about to come out. So as soon as I tweeted, because the other mind thought was, Drew said, the hell with Adam, he coming anyway. So as soon as he came out, somebody was like, are you a witch? I was like, what? They was like, how do you know that? I said, I'm observant. I said, if you've seen everything or paid attention to everything that took place on Saturday, you knew it was inevitable that Punk was coming out to say whatever the hell Seth, to say whatever the hell he had to say. Okay? Everybody knows Seth don't hold his tongue for nobody. Okay? Like, and then him talking about all of this, and he was like, if you was cleared, we can go in the ring right now. And I said, I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay? Punk, I think, honestly, is cleared. For real. I think he wants to give it a week or two more of training, because he's been out for 4 months, and see how his his arm does, while he's probably like doing practice matches at wherever he goes to train at in Chicago, before he comes and actually has a match. Because today he ain't have his little Allen Iverson sleeve on. He ain't had nothing on. He had it on Saturday, but he didn't have one on today. So I was like, I don't know if he got to go to Florida to go. It's crazy, because it seems like WWE got like 5 set doctors that they employ that doesn't come on tour with them, that the people go get surgery at. Like when I was watching Total Bellas or Total Divas, they was in Florida, in Tampa for 2 of them. Somebody I think went to Texas. Somebody I think went to like Indianapolis or something like that. And I'm like, Either these are the best doctors in the country or WWE got a contract with these people. Okay, so that means every time you got therapy or got a doctor's appointment, if you don't live there but you had surgery there, you gotta fly. Like, that's a lot. That's like people that get breast implants and go to Miami or Dr. Miami, whatever his name was, fly clear across country. You gotta stay there in the hotel. Then if you got a 3-week checkup, you gotta come back and fly back like in 3 weeks. Like, that's too much. Dang. Like, find some local people. Okay, so Seth was like, you owe him an apology because if it wasn't for you, he'd be champion. Facts between him and that ref. Okay, Punk gonna give a apology. Then he's a backhanded apology because he's like, I don't know. So what's the name of song? You was a gaslighter. You don't care about nobody else but yourself. You selfish. Just stand a third. So he was like, come hell or high water when you're cleared, because I ain't gonna do nothing to you now. I'm gonna beat the hell out of you before Drew gets to you. I said, ooh. So I was like, if something happened, he's gonna be clear by SummerSlam. Okay? That's gonna be a triple threat match. Okay? And it ain't even gotta be no triple threat match, because in all honesty, Drew really ain't got no beef with Seth, because he's already cleared the beef with Seth pre-WrestleMania. You see what I'm saying? So if they was in the triple threat, them two, it'd be no harm, no foul, because they have to. But them two both trying to get at Punk, I would pray that it would be a tag match. A tag match and Punk fight with somebody. Or if he has one week and then a couple weeks later have another one, I don't know if he's gonna be able to survive. Okay, just saying. Okay, so Seth leaves. So and Pat is back. I'm so glad he's back. I don't know what to do. So then it was Jey versus Chad. So Jey comes out. Of course my son hears it. He runs down the steps. He comes out, he does and then he went like this. So now Cole is yeeting, but he's not up out of his seat. He blows kisses at the audience. I said, when he start blowing kisses at the audience? So then, the Fireflies have been there since France. So before that, early in the video, my other video, I said, remember I was like, watch the Wyatt Six come out because Jey is fighting. Whatever. So Jey and Chad come out. Okay. They wrestle. Pat got his commentary. Pat was like, one guy's ripped and the other one is a is a bum. So then the music plays. Catches Chad off guard. Jey pins him. It goes dark. Jey looks like this and goes, like, I'm up out of here. It instantly reminded me of, for those who watched Martin growing up, when Pam was like, peace, like that. That's exactly what it reminded me of. Like, I'm getting the hell up out of here. He get up out of here. The Abby witch person hands Pat a box. I think this is the third one. Pat's never been there for the other two. So Pat opens the box up. It's old and stuff like that. He says it's tape. He was like, all right, y'all. I done whatever I need to do. He was like, Cole, you got it. Like, I'm not about to be in this mess no more than I gotta be. Okay? Because I was like, yeah, that's okay. So, excuse me. So Sami Zayn comes out and talk about how people say he's the underdog and stuff like that. And he's no longer the underdog. He's a champion. And I was like, I said last video, you been not the underdog. Because you done had about 4 or 5 championships in 3-4 years. Okay? The fact that he beat Braun Breaker is still, baffling to me. He won that by the skin of his teeth, because I'm still trying to figure out how the hell he won that. Okay? So he comes out. Braun comes out. I didn't know who the hell Braun was because his music changed. So somebody was like, he got new music. So somebody else was like, when did he get new music? And I was like, I think today. And somebody said Saturday. And I was like, if he got it on Saturday, I wasn't paying attention because I watched Money in the Bank. Okay? And I don't recall him having that music. But then at the same time, on Saturday, like I told y'all, I was trying to do my hair. I was baking brownies with my son. We having a conversation about matches and stuff in between. So I don't know. He might have had new music and I might have been in there checking on brownies or food or whatever. I just made pork chops now, his favorite. L! Oh. Yeah, I want my pork chop, mommy. So he likes baked pork chops, so that's what I made. Where did I do that? So Bron comes out and basically is like, hey, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You won. This, that, and the third. Trying to say, like, nobody's beating me, giving him kudos, whatever. Then in the middle of the conversation, he spears the hell out of Sami. Sami got knocked so hard. Hold on. Let's see how this tastes. That's good. Sami got knocked so hard that his shoe came off. Okay? I didn't even notice the shoe. I think Pat or somebody had said something about the shoe. I think I got oregano on my teeth. But the last time I seen somebody's shoe get knocked off in a match or an encounter was Kofi's. And I was there live for that. It was March of 2023. And that's when they had SmackDown in DC. And I'm a little slow too, because when he came out and he was like, it feels good to be your champion in the nation's capital. And my brain automatically went to my home. And they are the nation's capital in DC. And I was like, knowing they in Canada now. So he goes and like spears Sami. You know his spears are deadly. Okay. So he hold on, I'm missing something. His spears are deadly. So everybody come out. The refs, Adam, I don't think Adam came out yet. All, like, you know what I'm saying? Come out. My glasses are dirty. I'm just a mess today. So he spears Sami, and they come out and all that other stuff. Sami looks in the days like last time, and I gotta finish my hair. I don't know. They had to come and get him. Dragonuv comes out. So I don't know what happened. I think I'm tweeting, because you know sometimes I'll be missing stuff. So I'm like, where the hell did Dragonuv come from? And then I was like, how he get in it? Like Nene Leakes be like, now how I get in it? So he comes and helps or whatever, and because Braun pretends like he's going back up the ramp and turns around. So that's when he sees Dragonuv and all that other stuff. And they had to go, like, Dragonuv goes to Sami's aid, and he's like, y'all, somebody go get a medic. So then they cut that out. So then the way they cut it out, was it then? They cut it out weird like that? No. So then I think they show the video, if I'm not mistaken. I think they show the video, and then they show like all the personalities of Y6 and how they're one family and stuff like that. And then they cut to Bronson talking to Adam. And I'm like, did they mean to cut like that, production, or was that just a thing? Okay. So, oh, and people's laughing because I put on Twitter that Seth outfit looked like how the setup for the live event of Raw and SmackDown used to look, you know, and they had the old stage y'all was talking about on the PLE, and I was like, they had the little stars, the black stars, and it took up a lot of the seats in the back that now they sell. I was like, it looked like that, which it kind of did because it was giving like Stars and Midnight, which I ain't mad at because King Troy's been doing his thing with Becky and Seth. At first, I didn't like some of the outfits, but I be anticipating it. So, what else happened? Yeah, so Bronson, I think, is talking to Adam, I think, and then Sheamus comes out. Or is it Bronson? Is it Adam? Or is it Jackie? I think he's talking to somebody. Sheamus talking about his 15 years. Bronson's like, well, 15 years you celebrated, you lost, basically. So Sheamus about like, basically, put your money, you want to talk, okay, we gonna have a situation. Oh, that was good. So let's fight, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, I love to fight you, but I got a match tonight. So I'm like, who is he? Which I like Bronson. Bronson's one of the reasons why I like Raw, the singles people in Raw. Okay, so I'm like, who the hell he got a match with? Then he said, they was like, they showed Pete, and I said, he got a match with Pete, but then they said Tyler got injured because I know that they've been doing a lot of matches in NXT. So Tyler's injured, so Pete is back to being a solo person for now. So Pete and Bronson had a match. You know, Pete do the finger thing like I like and stuff like that. Pretty decent match. He gets tsunami, and he loses. Right? Sheamus comes out. Because I was like, Sheamus gonna come out during this match. He waits till the match is over. He's smart. He don't get fined, or if Pete was winning, Pete doesn't lose. So he comes out and helps Pete, or tries to help Pete, and Pete's like, and then he holds his hand up. Pete looking at him like, I don't want no help from you. So some people are confused, and they was like, Pete got a reason to be upset. Like, you left him high and dry. Okay. Ridge left him, and then I think he part of the Chase U in NXT, and then he was going, before he changed his name to Butch, his last match, singles match, he lost. Then he came back and reinvented himself and went back to being Pete Dunne. And they was like, well, it's fair, Sheamus left him high and dry. But they was like, also, but he was injured at the same time, so you know what I'm saying? I was like, last time we saw Sheamus was in Toronto, almost a year ago. So Pete's been getting it, and then found a friend in Tyler. So So that story is going to fester some more, along with Bronson's and Sheamus. One thing about Sheamus though, I don't. The writers love Sheamus. Let me tell you why. That man can be gone for 2 years, and once he come back, he is back in the fold of a story. A lot of artists, when they leave and they come back, they don't be in the story off the jump like that. They gotta wait. Sheamus could be gone 3 years, and he come back, he in somebody's story. Okay. They also showed Damien talking to Seth. So Seth basically congratulated him. Is like, you are good, but you got to be better. Keep this title. Damien left the gentleman's thing. Was like, the hell with that. After I defeat Gunther, me and you can have a rematch. So Seth was like, bet. I don't see him beating Gunther. Okay. I like Damien. I'm not saying that as far as and honestly, if I would like him to hold the title past SummerSlam, but the way the buzz that Gunther got when he was the IC champion, I could see him being the new world champion. But at the same time, I don't want him to be world champion for long, if that makes sense. Like, if he becomes the world champion when Seth challenges him, which I could see, and I watched the thing on YouTube right before Money in the Bank happened on Saturday. Was it before or after? I can't remember. I think it was right before it started. I watched it, and he was talking to Cole, and he was like, Gunther's the only person he didn't compete against that he wants to compete against. He's like, that's his current dream match. So if that go down, I don't see Gunther winning, keeping that title. Okay, that's gonna be a hell of a match too. That's gonna be a hell of a match, because they was like, it's only 3 people that's defeated Gunther, and it was Sami, Braun, rightfully so, and Dragonuv, rightfully so. Okay, like, nobody's coming across that's beating him. And I thought he fought what's the name before, Seth, but he hasn't. So that'll be whenever that comes down the pipeline, that's gonna be a good match. Okay. So then so I'm assuming next week we're going to get Sheamus and Bronson. So then Judgment Day's music comes on. I'm thinking it's just the tag team title winners, the GLOAT. And it's Finn, JD, and Carlito. I don't even know if Carlito's a member or if he just associate. That's one thing. And then 2, I'm glad that JD got a belt. My man's been part of Judgment Day, how long he been trying to be a part of Judgment Day? For a year. He gets the worst of it. And I say that because my son and I rewatched Hell in a Cell last night. No, not Hell in a Cell. Survivor Series last night. 2023 one. Man, he got beat up, okay? And then that high flying RKO, where you know how much you gotta trust somebody for. I think it was Seth and Sami let him go, and he just falling. And then Randy catch him by his head, and he get RKO'd in the air. Then you get hit by Super Bowl rings, okay? Then every time like they interfere in the matches that's for Judgment Day, he gets hit the worst kind of hit goes to JD. And when I saw him in the ring against, I think it was Ricochet and also against Truth, I didn't know he was that good, because every time they have him play, like, he always gets beat up. So I was like, okay. So we'll see. And it's funny because I think Cole was like, him and Finn grew up in the same neighborhood type situation. That part was not straight. So we'll see how they do with the tag titles. And that's definitely not straight. So we'll see how they do with the tag titles because they've only had it for a week. Okay, so they come out, and then the Awesome Truth come out. And I'm proud of Miz because at first he only knew what to say when Truth be like, Miz, tell him who he is. Now he ad-libbing to certain stuff in the song. I said, he doing more ad-libs. Okay, Miz. Okay. And I saw on AE and on X that he has a Legends thing coming out this Sunday, which I retweeted and gave the kudos and all that. And I said, say what y'all want about Miz, okay? And a lot of people not gonna agree with me, but he changed the game twice, at least twice. And people are like, because I'm like, Miz came from reality TV to WWE. I was like, Miz was one of the trendsetters of merging reality TV with WWE because I think he was even like a mentor or host on like Tough Enough, and when they were finding divas around, and then he comes from Real World, and then he has a reality show. Before that was even a thing, like at first when you came from reality TV and did something like that, people look at you like, what the hell why are they here? Now that's the norm. Like Miz has to be this starter or one of the starters of that in WWE history, and then to be 2-time Grand Slam champ. Okay, like I think he's the only. So like I'm excited to see the journey because I've heard of some of it. And when I saw him on WWE, it threw me because I watched when he was on Real World, and I used to watch Real World religiously, and I saw him. And then when I started rewatching at the time, he was on here, and that's when I don't even know what year it was. I know it was when I think Vicky Guerrero was Dolph's manager. How long ago was that? I told you, like before 2022, I was watching it sporadically. I don't even know when that was. So, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see, because I know that's how he met his wife. It's like through the the Diva Search and stuff like that. So, and that show was hella funny. Like between his mother-in-law and his dad, I'd be cracking up. Okay, that show was hilarious. I'm trying to get my life together with this part. Sorry, y'all. So, since I'm talking, and I don't want to be all up close on the camera. Okay, so then after that, yeah. So then they jump Awesome Truth when they come out. So then they hear Braun's music. They buckle. They're like, come on, let's go. I'm like, y'all about to. Okay. Braun come out. They doing their thing in the ring, going back and forth, stuff like that. And, are you done eating? They're going back and forth in the ring and stuff. And he does the train thing. Kind of like what Braun Breaker's doing. If them two get in the ring together, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Okay? Like someone was saying, like, it's like when people talk about Uma Family, they was like, is he really that good? And it's like, and this is what we want in a heavyweight. And then people are like, I want him versus Jacob Fatu. And I was like, it'd be also interesting to see him versus Braun Breaker. Okay? I don't know if it's happened and I missed it, but if it has happened, I need to go find it because I ain't seen that match. I need a replay. I'm low-key about to get up and try to fix this part because it's gonna irk me. Text me if I would do my hair because I be trying to get my parts together. But let me get this together. So Yeah, so they do the five knuckle shuffle. You can't see me, the John Cena thing, and you'd be surprised at how many people don't understand, like, get the joke. Cause I was watching with some people and they was like, John Cena's his hero, and they were like, no, it's a joke. Like, Truth is older than John by a couple years. I'm like, so, I mean, someone older can be your hero, but I'm like, he ain't grow up watching him and stuff like he said. You know, like some people really believe that. My rat tail on this comb hat, bro. So, but yeah. So he took off his shirt. Truth was beside. I'm just gonna say F it. The Truth was beside Bronson and took his shirt off, and they say he is 385. I said, good God. I said, first of all, you know how big you gotta be for you to stand next to Truth, and Truth looks small? Truth is not a small dude, okay? He was wrestling somebody, and I was like, I didn't realize Truth was that big. Truth ain't no small dude. So for you to make Truth look small, you big as hell. And then for him to come out and, you know, Pat, that's one big son of a bitch. And I was like, that man got that whole thing up on his shirt. So he got it as a shirt. He got that as a shirt. I'm gonna just keep it like that. So he excuse me. They come out and do the train thing. I think Braun had chased, was it JD or Carlito? Chased Carlito out the thing. Truth got his sights, I'm also, what's up? And all that other stuff. So, he got in the ring celebrating too early. And then he got pinned by Finn. And the look on Miz's face, I said, Miz is tired, okay? He is tired of losing. Like, this is the second time he done lost to them with the shenanigans. Okay? Like, he can't even get his title back. Not yet anyway. So, Chad's talking about talking to Adam about them coming out and attacking them, and Adam was like, you need to figure out why they coming after you, or whatever. So Chad was like, I handle it by myself. Soon as Adam opens the door, Bo is in his office. And I said, the hell is happening here? Like, what is happening? I don't know the reference. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was part of the Wyatt, whatever. But that was crazy. So, like, shit, I got 2 pieces of hair. This is a big piece. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to look. I'll make it work. So, yeah, I'm like, what is happening? Like, that's crazy, right? So, then the Judgment Day, before that even happened, Judgment Day catches, I think, Liv with Dom. So she's talking to Dom about his match. Dom is like, all he care about is beating his dad, whatever. Because I was like, I had to think about, I was like, now he done had about 2-3 matches with his dad, against his dad. I was like, he ain't beat his daddy, has he? So she was like, you look tense, you need to stretch out, whatever. And then the way they looked was a little suspect. So, you know, Damien and them come around the corner, and Finn looking, JD looking. So, excuse me. Carlito is hilarious. I like him with Judgment Day. So they said something, he was like, something hard. I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. But this is how you know some guys only got a certain type of palate. Because he's like, I just care about my chicken nuggets and my tendies. And I was like, oh, y'all gotta get more broad food selections, okay, men? In general, okay? You can't go to restaurants all the time and order chicken nuggets and tenders, okay? Just saying. So, that was a whole situation. I thought Damien was going to really, really fuss at him worse than what he did, because he had said something to him, and Dom was like, you sound like my dad. And he was like, well, your dad not wrong, which is surprising, because at one point they was agreeing, like, hey, we agree with what you saying, your dad's a deadbeat, da, da, da. So for Damien to say that, I was like, ooh, because I thought Dom was going to have an attitude. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna get this situation, you know what I'm saying, settled or whatever. So he leaves or whatever. So Damien gets on the phone. He was like, hey, where you at? So no, before that, he after he got off the thing with Seth, he was like, hey, where you at? So people was like, oh, it's Rhea. I was like, if it's not Rhea, it's Finn. Some people thought they was bringing Dom's real wife into the situation. I was like, why would they bring his wife if he got a storyline with mommy? Like, that doesn't make sense at all. But okay. Like, really? So, he comes. Wait, sorry, y'all. Trying to talk and do. So my thing was, after the match with Bronson, I was like, it's going to be, I thought it was going to be the women's tag match. No, I thought after Judgment Day and then it was going to be the women's tag match. I was like, and then it was going to be the mixed tag match. And then it was going to be Dragonuv versus Bronson, because last time their match was good enough to be on a pay-per-view, like a Money in the Bank. Okay, so that part isn't right either. So what happened after that? Damage Control do that little promo thing, okay, which makes me miss Shinsuke. I miss him on SmackDown. He got drafted. I ain't seen him since. But Io's the only person that could pull that off like Shinsuke, and it's the tone in her voice. Even though Kairi Sane is speaking Japanese, her voice isn't as husky. It doesn't have like a horror type. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't give horror terrifying. It doesn't give that. So, like, Io could pull it off. Andrade, they do it Andrade sometimes. Sometimes it's good, he can pull it off. Sometimes I just be like, y'all trying to do these for everybody. And I'm not saying he can't pull it off. I just was like, because at the time I was like, only Shinsuke could do this, because he crazy as hell. But I miss seeing him doing them promos, because he was terrorizing the hell out of Cody and Seth. But yeah, so they was talking about how they was going to come back and get it together and this, that, and the third, because they, you know, try to create a name for themselves and stuff like that. And I was like, I honestly thought that Money in the Bank was going to have Kiari or Dakota in the match and not Io 2 rows back to back. I was like, I'm not mad at the only reason why I'm not mad at it is because the match was good. And if Io wasn't in the match, we wouldn't have got that highlight with her and Zoe. See what I'm saying? Towards the end of it, it would have been a whole different outcome, I feel like. But we got what we got. So so they were saying what they were saying, and then had me is when Zelina, I think Jackie was talking to Zelina, and and Ray and Zelina was talking, and then she was like, yeah, because they coming out here looking like a hot mess. And Ray was like, yeah, they looking like a hot mess. I said, not him talking about that. Not her got him talking about they looking like a hot mess. Like, y'all, ooh, my generation is taking over wrestling and stuff, and you can tell, okay, by our slang and our mannerisms. The millennials are taking over. You can just tell, okay, and yeah, and some of the legends that be watching and tweeting, y'all y'all need to put y'all phones up. Cause I follow one in particular. I was like, legend, you need to log off. Cause I think he screenshotted a picture of Dom on his page. I was like, go ahead, log off. But yeah. So then we got Damage Control came out, and then they got my girls. Okay. We got my girls, Kayden and Katana, and with Lyra, and Damage Control. That was a good match. I missed the triple suplex. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I think I was still trying to do my hair, and I looked away, and they did it. But I love Kayden and Cara only because it was fun. People say it's a fun match. And because they're so in sync. They're so in sync. I was like, they move like Siamese twins, like they're one person. That's how in sync they are. Like, it's crazy. The chemistry that they have, and they're able to do that. And they're not even related, and they're able to do that. Like, you know how well of a chemistry you gotta be to be able to connect with someone like that, to know what they're thinking and where they're going to be at and what moves work for you too. Like, that's crazy. Cole was like, Lyra's gonna be the future like world champion for the women in the WWE, and I said, I have no doubt. I have no doubt about that. And I said, what made me see it, it wasn't her tag title in NXT with Becky or nothing like that. It's when she came on the main roster and fought Io, and then I think she fought somebody else in the main roster, and I was like, she got it. Like, I knew she had it on NXT, but it was like, it was showcased greater, I feel like, or she performed like her behind off. And I think when she had the rematch against Nia, and I was like, yeah, she's definitely going to be a future star. Okay? You know how good you have to be to beat Nia? Okay? I was like, yep, we got a future star right here. So, that ends up happening. Of course, something happens. I forgot what happens, and Damage Control ends up winning. So then after Damage Control wins, Sonya's, they start getting stomped. And I'm like, who the hell is Sonya's, Shayna and Zoe? Oh, I was about to say, I'm missing one. It's Sonya, Shayna, and Zoe, and they come out. People like they coming out like a female Shield. So I was like, this faction right here is going to be more of a heel than Damage Control. Damage Control, people are not scared of no more. You see what I'm saying? Like, once Bailey left and they done lost in has it been 2? I think it's been 2 Survivor Series back to back. Ain't nobody scared of them. They don't put fear in nobody's hearts. Okay? So that faction right there, I don't know what the hell that faction is about to be called, but whatever the hell that faction is going to be called, that's going to be a situation. I will say though, when they showed them backstage of the promos, that Zoe needs to work on her mic skills a little bit because she tripped up in her words. I would say like that. Once she gets that a little bit better and have more interviews on the mic, I feel like she'll be She'll be great. Like, she's already good, but you know what I'm saying? And we know Sonya's natural tonight. But, oh, I didn't like, did I get to that? No, I didn't get to that. I don't know who did Sonya's makeup, okay? Y'all did that, okay? Y'all need a raise. She looks stunning. You hear me? And Sonya's not a bad looking girl without makeup on. I used to watch her on Total Divas. Y'all know I used to watch. She's pretty without makeup, but whoever did it, they did that. Okay, her makeup was flawless, and if she did it by her, she did her own. The hell, okay. And every time I see the Y6, you know what I think of? I was like, when is Alexa Bliss and Carmella coming back, or is they just gonna retire and take care of their babies? I mean, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a stay-at-home parent and then just make WWE appearances at PLEs and stuff like that, still get a check that way, like, that's cool too. I ain't knocking it. I was a stay-at-home mom for a year and a half. I hated it, but I did it. So, some people love it, you know? So, that's what they want to do in this point in their life. I'm totally fine with that, okay? I just be like, when are they? Because I think both of their babies are born maybe like the same time or about 2 months apart. So I think their babies are born, I think, between October and December. So the little pumpkins will be almost a year soon. So I'm like, are they going to do like a Becky and bring them on the road, or are they going to? And Rhonda, I think Rhonda was like one of the first to do that. She's like, I got a tour bus, me, my husband, and my daughter gonna be on this bus together. Like, are you gonna, you know what I'm saying, or are you are they not? Are they, you know, just waiting to come back and get their life together? Because that could happen too, and I'm here for that too. What's happening? So, if that's the case, I'm fine with that too. I just want to know, like, and I would like a nice update on when that's happening. I don't even have my edge control brush. So, yeah, like, when is that happening? And that faction, that women's division, better look out. And then Alba and Isla come out and was like, we run the women's division because we got them titles. I'm like, girl, between them three, Damage Control and the stormiest duo of Bianca and Jade, y'all is not safe. Okay? You flying them titles around, I don't know if you're going to have them for a long time. Okay? Just saying. Like, I don't know. Just gonna curl back up because my hair does what she wants. And yeah, so I was like, I don't know if you're gonna have them for a long time. That might be, we'll see. Okay. This hairstyle, but it's something. So then after that, what else happened? Because a lot happened. A lot has happened. Oh, so then it was Braun versus Dragonuv. Okay, I don't like Braun Breaker's outfit. Like, I don't like it. I don't like his gear. But that was a good match. And then he tried to run up on Dragonuv the miss when he tried to do, was it the coast to coast? And then he tried to run around and Dragonuv, I think, knee him. And then Braun got mad and threw a chair at him. I said, first the hell off. Where'd he get that chair from? I'm like, did he get this chair from the timekeeper or from Sam? Second, and it had Dragonov's knee bleeding. I was like, second of all, and I'll say this again because I've said it before. After college, did he try out for the NFL and the NFL cut him? Or did after college, did he just say, F the NFL, I'm coming to wrestle? Because if it's the first one, y'all done missed out on the bag. Okay? The way that man spear, just like Cole said, he said it's like a linebacker attacking an unprotected quarterback. And that's exactly what the hell it is. That ain't no spear. That is a tackle. That needs to be on somebody's football. Like, it's good for us WWE fans that we got him. And it's better because he can take, wisdom and stuff from his uncle and his dad. And then people that he looked up to. That's awesome. But imagine him on the football field. Like, that's great. Like, the way he... Bruh. Okay? He'd been something serious. Especially if he was on my team. That would have been dope if he was like playing for like the Ravens. But but I'm like, God dang. So then after Dragonov's knee was messed up, Sami come back and he all taped up. They try to get him with Braun. And I said, you know what this remind me of? I said, and I would have lost my mind if it would have happened, and I wish it would have happened, is if Ricochet had came out. Because I'm like, Braun had put him through that chair. Through that glass car. And I was like, I would have lost my mind. Like, that would have been the highlight for me. The highlight of the night from the highlight reel, Ricochet. Okay? Like, I really do miss him on my days. Him, Ivar, Bronson, Kayden, and Katana. I like Ivy too, and now Dragonuv because he was one of my favorites in NXT. But at the time, like Seth and Shinsuke were the only reasons why I watched Raw and Pat. I'm like, I don't know if Ivar's injured or if he's taking a break, but he's been on NXT. And then like the rest of them, they're getting time and stuff is building up. And then I was wondering, because I was like, is the New Day facing like carrying AOP or the new Final Testament or just carrying or something like that? And I had mentioned as soon as I said something, Carrion was talking to Woods and Kofi is injured again. I'm like, this man, God dang. And I was like, he got a shoulder injury. So I was like, between, how many people is that? 15 that we know of? Right? We got Bobby out, Jimmy's out, Charlotte's out, Punk is out, but he does promos. Daggone, Seth's back, KO's back, Oscar's out, Kofi's out. I know I'm missing people. I'm not talking about people that let go or contract ended or took a break. I'm talking about people that had listed as injured. Rhea just came back. And I had said that on Friday or Saturday. I was like, I know it's been 4 months. I know it's time for her to come back. Okay? I haven't seen Raquel since the EC. I know she had issues like with her condition with her skin. She's out. Tag on. I don't even know. Like, people had it on Twitter like a whole, when they do like the block jump and they be like, list your favorite person from each column or something. Like, it was like a thing of 16 people. And I was like, God dang. And that's when they was talking about, that's how you have such talent at WWE. Because it's about 16 people out. 13 of them are main stars, like top tier. And we still carrying on good shows. And I was like, this is good because we have less main stars, so everybody is not fighting over TV time. And the people that were so-called mid-cards are now getting their shine, and it's making for better TV. It lets us know who else is on the roster that's capable. You know what I'm saying? If some of the talent loses certain matches, it's not an ego thing or a big deal. They just probably happy to be on TV. The only thing I'm upset about is Montez and not getting no type of belt. You know what I'm saying? But like, it expands. And somebody else also was like, I want Karrion to get over so bad. Like, I like him, but he hasn't got over yet. And a lot of people are talking about, why don't we care that he's not over and this, that, third. And I like Karrion. And people have said the same about Zoe. And I said, the difference between them two, this is my opinion, is Karrion's thing has been consistent. Now, he might go after different people. Like, okay, I reckon Shinsuke's out. Now he's going around. He went from being a good guy to terrorizing Seth and them. I did the same with AJ. He was going around terrorizing Cody. We ain't seen AJ since the I Quit match, have we? And then somebody else. Now he's doing the same thing with Kofi. He done beat 7 world champions. Whatever. The thing with Zoe is, we put her with Trish. Then she had a match against Trish. Then we randomly put her with Sonya. Like, it was no type of build up. No nothing. Now the stuff with Shayna was going well for a while. Now they're with Sonya, and I'm like, well, the faction I ain't mad at, but I'm like, there's no, like, I think they're one of the few people that don't have like a story. They just show up in matches. Like, and I think that's the thing. Like, at least with Karrion, I think his character development, they try to build a story or something like that. Like, he's been on with the New Day for a while. And then after, I guess, creative or whatever thinks it's finished or it's good enough, they move on to the next person. Like, Zoe will pop up and be like, okay, next week she has a fight with this person. We don't know why the hell they wrestling. And then, like 2 weeks later, okay, we're going to put her with this person. And then we're going to have her fight. Like, it's the same, but it's different. Because people are saying both of them, like, they don't care about either person. And I'm not saying they can't wrestle their tail off, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have no opinion either way. Like, I like both of them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying what the streets of Twitter of X are saying. I don't know. I honestly think that if Karrion got like an IC title, it would be something serious. Because someone said he called out Roman a couple times and there was nothing that went on after that. Like, no match, no build up, no nothing. So like, if Sami had lost the title to, say, Jey, okay, they decided to give the title to Jey. Even if it's 2 weeks, he's held a singles title. Then Jey get beat up by Karrion, okay? Because he feel like he done helped AOP get to the promised land. AOP has tag title matches with Judgment Day. Win, loss, or draw, they got there. So now it's his turn to go after some gold. Boom. He go after some gold. He win the gold titles. He wrestles like he wrestles independent or whatever. And then instead of people coming to him for a title match, he goes out and seeks his prey like he's been doing. But with the contenders he wants to fight, he goes and terrorizes the hell out of them until they say yeah, or they fed up, and then they want to wrestle him and it's for a title match. Something like that. Like, so I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. The first thing came off the top of my head. I don't know. But yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's it. So then we get the mixed tag match. Someone was like, Liv is short. Someone was like, Zelina's short and Liv ain't that much taller than her. And I was like, Liv gotta probably be 5'5". Zelina gotta be 5 feet for 5'2". Okay? Because they look like about the same height as me and my sister. I'm 5'5", and my sister say she 5'2", but I don't know. She may be lying. I don't know. I got two sisters, and both the one under me say she 5'2" too, and I'm like, there's no way in hell you 5'2", but you taller than my baby sister who's 5'2", and you a little like an inch shorter than me. Like, that's not okay. She doing like the dude. When people say, how come dudes 5'7" is different from women's 5'7", and it was like, because guys, when women say they 5'7", they're actually 5'7". When guys say they 5'7", they really 5'4". They just add 3 inches. But it started with the women, and then Liv tagged Dom. So of course Ray had to get in there. When Dom walked through the ring, I was like, is it me or is he walking with a limp? Like his leg or his knee wasn't right. So I was like, oh, maybe I'm bugging, because sometimes I do be. I can admit that. Okay. So they come up, they wrestled and stuff like that. Ray did some move on Dom. I forgot what. I think the Hurricane or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, it was nice. And then I think Dom Frog splashes dad first. And did he frog splash him first, or did Ray try to do the 619 on him? He blocked it, and then Zelina did the 619 on him, and then she did the 619 on Liv. And I think Cole was like, Liv is a bit of a wild card, or basically she crazy. And I was like, that's still our women's champion. I was like, we know she a little bit off. That's why Liv is one of my girls. Because I'm like, Liv, who Liv is who Liv is, okay? Like, we like Bianca because she's the best. Bianca's my girl. If I do women currently, Bianca's number 1. Liv is number 2. And it's because her personality, okay? She down to go wrestle whoever, but if she coming, she gonna be a little crazy. And that's what I'm here for. You never know what the hell you gonna get with her. And that's exactly what Jay basically said when she came at the Royal Rumble and got put out by Liv, and Liv waved at her and stuff. She said, and I ain't anticipate Liv. She was like, she's a wild card. And that's what I love about her. Okay? And when she was at the time 2 years ago pushing, I was like, I could see her being a main event person. I was like, her, Tegan, and Rhea, stuff like that. Like, at the time, it was just like Bianca, Asuka, Becky, and Charlotte. And I was like, nope, give Liv a shot. I was like, give Shotzi a shot, Tegan a shot, give Raquel a shot, give Rhea a shot. Most of them got a shot. Yeah. But it was crazy. So then Dom finally pins his dad. It's the first time he lost. Okay. Then I don't know what happened prior to. I don't know if he like hugged her or something. I missed that part. But she jumped on him. And then he fell. And then they were real close. First, before that, when I looked at him earlier and I said, when did his mustache get longer? That was my first thing. Like, when did his mustache get... I don't remember his mustache being that long. Okay? Then they was doing, like, tribute moves to Eddie. I guess she called herself doing one or not doing one or whatever. And I guess she ain't know it was a tribute move to Eddie. So, she gets trying to curl back up. I know it is. See? And, we hear the music. Yes, I want you. And people, as soon as we saw Rhea, Liv got the hell out of Dodge. I was like, girl, you better get out of Dodge for multiple reasons, okay? You end your home, girl. It's one. You took her title, two. Now you trying to take her man. You can't sit there and talk trash. You've been talking trash here on Twitter. You can't be sitting there talking trash, talking about some, I'm going to take everything you love. And then when she come back, you not standing on business. Like, stand on what you said. Don't be out here being no punk. If you gonna do this, be ready to stand there and be like, I said it. Okay? Don't go running off. Because she gonna meet you round the way. Like, come on, dog. You gotta stand on what you said. There's a lot of people that do this, though. And when it's time to shoot the one, they be scared as hell. Okay? Now I'm talking about in life. Okay? Liv, you can't be that. You can't be the Harley Quinn of WWE, aka the wild card, and then run and be scared because we got the new version of, people say, the new China in WWE and the new Eddie. Like, you can't be scared, okay? Go ahead and say what you said and stand on business. So next Monday, when she in that ring, don't run away. You ran so fast, you left your title still in the area, in the ring, said to hell with that title. And then Dom looking scared. At first he looked like confused. Then he looked like, I'm so happy you back. Like he don't know you've been playing with your life for 3-4 weeks with this girl, letting stuff go on the way you going, like mommy not watching on TV and Damien not reporting back to her. That's his terror twin. He gonna tell her. Okay? Y'all cool, but he like this, okay? He know about the clubhouse and Liv getting the clubhouse and Finn and them getting tag team titles and you being all cute with her and then you landing on her, what was it, 2 weeks ago? And then you landed her crotch area during the match, which was out of control. And then you get stretched out by her. Like, she don't know all that, dog. You might as well don't be trying to come over. How you doing? That's straight like a nigga. Like, they'll get caught cheating and then come up you and try to kiss you or whatever or hug you like nothing happened. You don't know what the hell going on in a relationship. She is pissed. She is beyond pissed. We don't even know what happened because USA done cut off TV. It said 10:01. They said boop. Y'all could at least give us 3 minutes. Like, that is crazy. God dang. Man, between this stuff on Monday and the stuff that's about to go down on Friday, y'all got me. My son and I was going to go see Despicable Me 4 today. And they had times, because we missed the 1:31 was sold out. So they had times 2:30, 4:30, 5:30, 7:15, 8:15, 9:15. We was going to go at 9:15 or 8:15. I'm so caught up in Raw and SmackDown. I told him, I said, oh, we can't go to that. It's Raw come on at 8. I said, we going to go at 5:30. He said, okay. That's bad. Like, we going tomorrow during the day. I'm so engulfed. And someone was like, so do y'all watch it for the soap opera or for the matches? I'm like, they coincide. They coincide. But for me, if I had to pick one or the other, I'm here for the stories. And I say that because if I wasn't, I would be watching AEW. Like, I love that, the nostalgia feeling of it, because they have old wrestlers on it that I used to grow up watching. I can't get with it because the storylines is terrible. Okay, they might got better now, but I ain't trying no more. But and TNA's been good since it probably been good prior to, but I've been watching since Trinity was on there, and I'm still watch here and there, and they've been good. Okay, but WWE is different because when you tie in a story and the story is so well put together, and then you have the stars that are committed to the story, it makes you want to see the match, and it makes you enjoy the match more. And even if the match is mediocre, okay, and you're so engulfed in the storyline, you're not going to care that much. Because you're going to be like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a bomb story and the match when they get together is mediocre, you're not that mad. If you got a semi-good story and a semi-good match, it still levels out. It's not that, you're not that mad. But if you got a great match and a terrible story, you might be a little bit mad, but you ain't that mad because the match was so good. But you can't have both. You can't have a mediocre match and a terrible storyline, because that's not going to work. Not for me anyway. Okay? They coexist. Like, we know why Chad and Jey fought. They were Money in the Bank contenders. They're tied to the Wyatt Six, whether they want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying? He got the Fireflies. Wyatt's been chasing Chad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know. We know why it was a mixed tag team match tonight. We know why it was a women's tag team match. We know why it was the six-way men's tag team match. Like, because of the stories. Now, the only one that I didn't know about was the Braun and the Pete thing. But based off the encounter before the match, and then the counter when Sheamus came out after the match, we gonna find out soon. Okay? Because that's layered. Now you got Bronson and Sheamus. Now you got Sheamus over here trying to fix things with Pete. And if that go left, it's going to be Pete versus Sheamus. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it coincides. It makes you sit there and be like, ooh, what they going to say next? Okay, the match. And then if the match don't go right, that's why people are so upset about Money in the Bank. And the outcome, like that happened on Saturday, I don't see the issue with it. And I'm saying that because I've seen all the stories play out. I know that this is going to add another layer to the stories. And yeah, it sucks because I think Drew was the first person to not cash in and get a belt. I think the cash-in rate was 100% every time. But it adds to his story. Hopefully he'll get a title shot somewhere and be able to keep it for a while. I don't care if it's a tag team title shot, or if it's the IC title shot, or if it's the speed title shot, which I don't watch, but I want him to get one. And I don't know. I don't care, even if it's for 2 weeks to a month. Can't say you ain't have one. That 5 minutes and that 5.5 minutes though was on some other stuff. But but like, I'm here for it. Because somebody was like, Punk and Seth was a movie. That's like cinema. And I said, this is why this is the cinema era. For me, it's a Triple H cinema era. Can't nobody tell me different. Okay? So, yeah. I hope you guys have a great night or morning. What time is it now? 12:32? I need to get ready to go take a shower and get ready for bed. Yeah, be blessed because you are blessed. Love you all. Bye.